In this particular lecture, we will be learning about comparison operators in Python. These operators will allow us to compare variables and output a variable value, true or false. Okay. If you have any sort of background in maths, these operators should be very straightforward. First, we'll present a table in the comparison operator and then work through some examples. Let's see the table first. In the table, if we'll say a equal to 3 and b equal to 4, then if we'll apply this particular operator, which is equal to operator in that, what value it is giving you that when we apply a equal to b, it will give you false, right? Because it is not equal, not true, which is a false. Not equal to, what it is going to give you, it is going you true, right? Then a is greater than b, so 3 is greater than 4, no, it will give you not true. Then we have less than symbol, a is less than b, yes, it is true. A is greater than equal to b, no, because 3 is not greater than equal to b. A is less than equal to b, yes, it is true. So this is how your different operator is going to work. So all these operators you might have seen earlier. Like equal operator, by finding out two objects are equal or not. It will give you the Boolean values, right? True or false as output. So this will give you true and the second one will give you false. Not equal to, it will give you true and this will give you false. Greater than, this will give you true, this will give you false, because 2 is greater than 1 and 2 is not greater than 4, so it will give you false. Less than, and here we have greater than equal to symbol, and here we have less than equal to symbol. So these are all different comparative operator by which we can do different sort of comparisons. Let's go to a chaining comparison operators, where we can do a chain comparison. It is not like only one operator is there and two operand is there. We may have two or more operator and it will work in two or more operand. So an interesting feature of Python is the ability of chain multiple comparison to perform more complex tests. You can use this chained comparison as shortened and larger Boolean expressions. Let's say we have 2 or 3 values to compare. So for that, we'll use it. So let's see, 1, less than 2, less than 3. So all the conditions satisfy. So this will give you the value true. If I'll say 1, less than 2, 2, less than 1, is going to work? No, it is not going to work. It will give you the value false. Getting it? But this will give you true. In the above statement, check if 1 was less than 2 and if 2 was less than 3. So here we have the AND comparison. This comparison and this comparison is going to be correct. Then only it is going to work. So this is same as this. Getting it? So if we'll not use the AND operator, if you don't want to use AND operator, so this is the way how we can do in Python. Again the AND operator, 1 less than 3, 3 greater than 2, right? It is also correct. So how you can visualize it? A less than 3 and 3 greater than 2, right? In that way you can visualize these two comparisons. In the same way, the OR. So if you want to do the OR operation, you have to use OR operation. This chaining is going to work for AND. It is not going to work for OR. So if you have to satisfy only one or you want to give the answer with only one condition instead of two conditions. So you have to use or explicitly like this. A is greater than A is equal to 2, it will give you false. 2 is less than 3, it will give you true. So this is a OR operation. So any one of these is true, so it will give you true value. 1 is equal to 1. Yes, it is true, but 100 is not equal to 1. But it is satisfied, so it will be giving you true. So this is how your comparison chain is going to work with and OR operators. Python, and how we can write any statement into the Python. Here we doesn't have any curly braces like this. Like in different other languages, we have some sort of curly braces. It indicate that that particular conditional statement, if it is satisfied, then we have to work on these two statements, right? But the thing is that in the Python, this if statement could be written like this. So the if and the condition we have to write, and then colon, and then we have to do something called indentation. Indentation means one tab we have to use. This tab will come automatically when you are using in Jupyter, but when you use this statement into the command prompt or any terminal, this space from here to here, it is not going to come. So this particular space which is here is tab. Tab is called indentation, and this indentation will show like these two statements, which is a equal to 2 and b equal to 4. These two statements are under if condition. Okay. The same thing will happen here. If you'll see what happened in other languages, like this happened, right? So if a condition is there, then we have to write like this. This condition is there, then we have to write like this. And this code is for this statement, let's say. And if this particular else is, yeah, it is closed. So if, what is the scope of this if? The scope of this if is up to this, right? What is the scope of this if is up to this. What is the scope of this else is up to this. So we have these curly braces which will show us that what is the scope of these statements. But in Python, this is how we can write this. We have to write colon, and then indentation we have to use for that. Again, if we have a if condition, we have to write colon, and indentation we have to make for that. So in that way, what we can say that this if has only this statement, but this if has these two statements. And this else, again, the colon has been used and indentation has been given. Okay. This is how we'll write the code into the Python. This is how we can write some statement into the Python. So this, I think you understood that what are the difference between other languages and the Python. So in the Python, there is no curly braces. There is no any other brackets that we'll use for different statement and telling that this is the scope of the statement. We have to use a method called indentation.